I really do like them because they tell you so much about the town's history. I'm not a historian in that term, but I seriously love what is in them. And we have heard that they have this so-called general directory. Some of them are nice and they tell you what's inside. And this one from Edinburgh says, there's a general directory, which means that the inhabitants are sorted alphabetically by their family names. And then again, the same people, usually the same people, by their streets and their professions. And there are also law directories and church directories and educational ones. And for the parliamentary and public officers, there are bank directories. Their insurance directories and all these interesting things. And what this doesn't tell you is there are also things like ferry schedules. And for Glasgow, they tell you about crane sizes and how many cranes are in which docks. And it's just very, very much the town itself speaking through what is in the books. You get postal carrier schedules, and you get given the time they take from town A to town B, and all these lovely things. And I think one of the other nice features in these directories, or in these books, I brought this in to show you this is actually what gets used. This is the background for georeferencing, or for linking the maps to the people. It's an alphabetical list of people. And as we heard earlier, in come the telephone numbers. This is Aberdeen 1905, I believe, so very short telephone numbers. And what I like very much in these books is the adverts. And sometimes adverts can take up to 20% of the book. Usually the general directory is, especially in the later ones and the bigger ones, is about 30% of the book is the general directory, or no, is a combination of the three: street directory, trace directory, and general. It makes up a large amount of the book, but the artworks do as well. And usually they look a bit like this, so you have several people on one page, and if it gets very, very exciting, then it looks like this. And actually it's in color, it's red, and as I said, I think this is an Edinburgh one, so it is around 1900, and they're just trying to sell you coffee and how to make it, and that makes me and my colleagues being a bit more excited. After 1,500 yellow pages, you get a red one. So yes, just very briefly, I want to touch on something that is new to this project, and that is what we call the indexing project. We have, especially because the OCR are so bad, we have established that there would be the library would benefit a lot if we applied yet another layer to this project. And when we go to the general directories, which are the alphabetical lists by name, we thought if we got a project that indexed the first 3 letters of the names that appear on this, and actually it's every different combination of 3 letters that appear on a page, and we index these in a database and record them and add them to our search engine, then people could actually type in not only a place and a time, but they could also type in a name, like oh my goodness, there are so many names. Henderson, we went on the Christopher's project. Henderson, then you could type in Henderson, and our indexing project would pick up on HEN and return the pages that have HEN on them for a certain town that you could choose as well. And I brought this in, so this directory, 1797 in Edinburgh, we would record ABE. Then we would go down and say, okay, ABO, ADA for this page. That's all we do, 3 entries. And then it is very likely, if you're looking for Adams, you type in Adams, it picks up ADA, and it brings you to this page, and very likely also to the next page, because it's likely that Adams continues on the next page. If your name is something that is Adamson, for example, you will be taken to this page. So it's a false positive, but it's very, very likely that you find who you're looking for much quicker than flipping through a PDF of several hundred pages. So although you do get returns that you're not looking for, at least you get taken to the area of where your name is likely to be. So this will be applied to all of our digitized directories. The books will be online, as I already mentioned briefly, on Internet Archive's website, which is archive.org, and it's really worth going there and having a look around. And they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books and interesting things from all over the world, and they are available for free. And they are also available within a week after scanning, roughly. So very, very soon after. NLS, it takes a tiny bit longer for several reasons. And this is, for example, that we QA the books and we have a backlog of other things to go online first. But we have a commitment to say that we will put our first books online before Christmas. And it's a tiny bit cheeky, this phrase, because it's not going to be the entire package of a book. It's going to be the PDFs, the book level PDFs, so you can use your Christmas holidays and have a quick or a rather longer look into our directories. And the full versions of them, including all sorts of applications, for example, the indexing, comes in summer and autumn, but very likely in 2 chunks next year. And our web developers are very much working on this, but it just takes time, and especially for 400,000 pages. And it has been mentioned very, very earlier today, and it's true, they are available for free, and they are available under the Creative Commons Share Alike license, and that just simply means that you can use them whenever you want, wherever you want, but non-commercially, please. And it works worldwide, and we just have to trust people that they do with the books what we want them to do with the books. If you want to use them commercially, just contact NLS as you can do with any of our digital content, and you'll be assisted. And it has been very brief, so if you have any questions, I've left so many other aspects out about this project. I like talking, and you can approach me and we can chat along. So thanks for that.